What's going on? Happy almost Halloween. I know this month flew by way too fast. I do appreciate that it's the season. It's the Halloween season. It's October. But this is probably the fastest I've ever seen October go by. Oh well. Maybe that just means the next one will get here even faster. Hopefully. So 3 days, 17 hours, 13 minutes, 5 seconds till Halloween. It's crazy, you know. Today, I want to go over some, kind of personal to me. A lot of people ask me, why do I love Halloween? And never really had a good answer for it. It's just something that comforts me. I don't know, maybe nostalgia when I was a kid. I don't know. But later on in the video, I'll go over a new Halloween discovery I made about myself this year. It's pretty interesting. But yeah, go over a little bit of Halloween folklore. I always wanted to do a video on like a really, really in-depth, like where Halloween came from, where its origins came from. This will be just a little dab into it. Not really the American traditions, but where Halloween originated. Most scholars believe it originated from a Celtic festival called Samhain. Some say it was a pagan festival. It changed severely, through the years. But yeah, a festival that originated in the Celtic regions, Ireland, Scotland, some of the surrounding areas. And it was a time, where the harvest season was ending and the dark season was beginning. They also believed on Samhain, Halloween, the veil between the mortal world and the dead world, the underworld, was at its thinnest, and there would be spirits that could actually roam the earth. Some of them ancestors, some friendly, some not so friendly, some mischievous, malevolent. And then they had a lot of customs, just going back to the Samhain Festival, they lit bonfires, not only for the ancestors, but also for the mischievous spirits, to keep them away, and also guide, the ancestor spirits, where they needed to go to see their loved ones, which sounds pretty cool. Yeah. It was the end of their harvest, so there was a lot of like apples that were plentiful at the time. From what I've read, they did not have pumpkins in the Celtic area at the time. I don't believe pumpkins actually got into the Halloween scene until Irish and Scottish immigrants, came over to the Americas from Europe. That's what I hear. I wasn't there, so I'm just saying. And here in North America, we have decent sized pumpkins, and it was just a lot easier to carve than what they were carving at the time, back during Samhain. So at the time, back then, I hear they used turnips. Yeah, they would carve turnips. They would carve little faces in them. They say that sometimes the light guided the ancestors, back to, the homes, so that they could spend time with the living relatives. And sometimes the faces were carved in them to scare off the mischievous spirits. And then there's also the story of Stingy Jack. You might go into that in another video. But basically, a guy that tricked the devil a couple of times into letting him live. And I guess he tricked the devil a little too many times. And I guess when he finally passed, he wasn't allowed entry into heaven, because of how mischievous or bad he was for tricking the devil. And then he had made a deal with the devil that he would not go to hell. So he was kind of left to roam the earth, for eternity, with only a burning coal to light his way. And he would put that into a carved turnip. Yeah, so, if you have a turnip, you put a coal in it, you really can't, it still won't light nothing, so you gotta carve it a little bit. So this morning, I got up a little extra early, and I carved a little turnip. Let me tell you about this turnip here. So I live in the southern United States. Turnips are not really readily available down here. I don't even think I've ever ate a turnip in my life. It smells like just a giant radish to me, but I don't think I've ever ate a turnip. But I wanted to get into, I just wanted to, do what they would do, back then in the festival. And I'll get to that here in a minute on why. But yeah, I carved up this little turnip. Normally, you would put like a tea light, small candle in here. This is the biggest turnip that I could find down here. I don't know, a week, 2 weeks ago, I had ordered some turnips online, and they were maybe just slightly bigger. And I didn't want them to go bad. I don't know why I ordered them so early. So I put them in the freezer. Yeah, that didn't work out very well. So we did find a few turnips locally. So that was pretty cool. So also during the Samhain Festival, I don't know if I've talked about it already, but they would light bonfires. So bonfires was a big part of the festival. Hence, one of my favorite scents I've ever made, Halloween bonfire. Just makes sense. And, the way Halloween kind of evolved from Samhain, that's why I made Samhain. I know the label probably isn't as spooky as it should be for Samhain. I'm going to work on relabeling that one. I do like that picture though. I don't know. But yeah, and that's why this one's apple forward, because apples were, part of that festival back in Samhain. So, one of my Halloween discoveries I made this year is about a month ago. I decided to get one of those tests from MyHeritage, where they test your DNA, see where you came from, where your DNA comes from. I thought it'd be pretty interesting, because my mom and her side of the family are Mexican, Hispanic, how you want to say it. And my dad is white, European descent. So I wanted to see where all that came from. No one in my family's ever done a DNA test, so I wanted to see, just where it came from. So I did get the results, I don't know, a week or two ago. Yeah, maybe a couple weeks. And discovered that I'm 17.7% Irish. Yeah, I would have never guessed that. That's crazy. Which, in turn, I was thinking, that's kind of where Samhain originated, the Celtic region. A lot of people think it did originate in Ireland. So I thought that was pretty cool. So technically, Halloween is in my blood, you know. So maybe that's part of the reason why I like it. I'll see if I could upload that video that shows where all my DNA came from, where my ancestors come from. It's pretty interesting, you know. There's some stuff in there I didn't think was going to be there. I had no clue. I had no clue I'd have any Irish in me at all. So that was a nice Halloween discovery. So I'll put that video up. Also tomorrow, Monday, I believe it's the 28th tomorrow, Haunted Haven over on her YouTube channel. She's going to have a live. She's going to go over like rare Halloween candles, which is right up my alley. So I'm hoping to make a guest appearance there, show off some of my rare Halloween candles I got. I don't know, maybe some surprises, maybe some giveaways. So yeah, if you're not busy tomorrow, check it out. 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time on Haunted Haven's channel. But yeah, it's getting close. It's getting really, really close to Halloween. It's getting cool, a little breezy, a little overcast, getting some leaves. Yeah, it's kind of magical this time of year, you know, especially for me. Don't really know why still, but I mean, maybe this explains it just a little bit. Anyways, hope to see you guys on the live tomorrow. I don't know if I'll have another video before Halloween or not. Who knows? It's a very busy part of the season for me. Not sales wise. Yeah, everybody's shifting over to Christmas candles. But this time of the year is when I start developing my sense for the next Halloween season. I want to be in the season, in the mood. You know, I want all the smells, all the feels of autumn and Halloween while I develop my sense for next year. That way they're just a little bit more realistic, in my opinion. Anyways, well, I gotta get back to work. Thanks for watching.